Okay, spending a day in a different bee yard. This one's up on top of a hill here. It's in a cow pasture. So I don't know, I think I got, well, I had 24. Found 2 that haven't had queens. So I added them here. Right here. Let me see. Yeah, these 2 front boxes here. They were single boxes. The bottom box only had like maybe 3-4 frames of bees in it, and one of my good and some of my queens. So the ones that I found no queen in, I just put a piece of newspaper in between, put them on top. They were both strong, so we'll end up with good boxes of bees, doubles, and eventually we'll be able to split them off. Anyways, and I'm just going around doing scraping the bottom boards off, scraping any wax off and stuff like that. And right here is some of those boxes. I put some of that pollen substitute on. I'm putting a patty on top of them because it's supposed to rain in a couple days. I want to make sure they have enough protein in there to feed the babies that they have going on. Anyway, I'll see, this is if you look out that way, we've got lots of fields. There's lots of fields here. Anyway, some of these, I just brought in 12 of these hives. Well, 13 I guess now. Brought one in today. Actually, I brought 2 in today. Anyway, just moving a few things around when it's convenient, type of thing. This box right here, I just went through that, tidied it all up. It needed more protein, so got this, throw that on there, put the inner cover back on, and put the styrofoam back on. I'm going to wrap these up again at the end of the day. It's still cool at night, so put my jar of 1-to-1 syrup in there and shove it right down onto the plywood so that it's sealing around the box. And then go on to the next one. Something else I'm doing here. Here, we'll do this double here. What are we looking at here? So what I'm doing here is a lot of ones that go into the winter with the double, right? So when they come out in the spring, you can usually, you shouldn't say usually, you hope you can't, but a lot of times you can shove all those bees down into one box. And that gives you a whole box of empty frames, or maybe some honey frames to throw in somewhere. Tried to get these girls earliest in the day because it gets shady here pretty early. So I'm just these girls are sticking to the lid a bit, but there doesn't look to be that many bees, but I can't tell. They could be in the bottom box, right? But anyways, what I'll do is I'll go through here, pick out the frames of brood, and make sure they got enough food. And clean out all dead bees, etc. Like right there, there's just a big pile of dead bees in between two frames there. I try to clean up the frames a little bit too when I'm doing this. Shoulders on the frames, sometimes the frames will be a little wee bit apart and the bees will fill that full of propolis, so I try and clean that up. The whole time I'm like going down through here and just knocking the dead bees off if there are any dead bees on the frames. Like I say, just cleaning the edges up, trying to make it so the frames will fit nice and tight together with the shoulders, right? Because that way they pull nice uniform wax on them, right? A nice uniform comb. So yeah, so this is one of those hives. There's no need for two boxes here, right? And I'm going to have other ones. Probably going to be looking at about another week. Maybe a little more than a week. But they'll be needing a second box. And then by doing this, I have the equipment, pull frames, everything sitting right there. If the queen's going like crazy. Okay, here's something that might have happened in the fall that I didn't catch. All my queens I mark. This girl's not marked. She's right there. I don't know. Can't see with my camera if you can see that or not. And now I can't see where she went. Wow, it's hard to see this camera right now. Anyway, believe me, she's there. She's right there. But I mark all my queens. That queen is not marked. So that's always a little bit iffy. There's a good chance. Well, there's larvae and stuff in there. There's only one capped larvae right here. It doesn't look to be bulging out, so it doesn't look to be. She doesn't look to be laying drones, which hopefully. But like they just have way too much space. If this one would actually be probably good just to shove right into a nuke box, but I don't really want to do that because I'm not able to come and manage them that well. This time of year I don't come every 7 days. Well, actually I have been way more than that, but anyway. So here's another frame here, and if you look, the brood is, the caps are level. They're not, so she's not laying drone brood, so maybe it's just something I missed in the fall, or maybe, you know, something as simple as sometimes I didn't have my pen in my pocket, right? so I might have pulled a queen out of somewhere, didn't have a pen in my pocket, put the queen in somewhere, and now she doesn't have a mark. It's more likely that they replaced her for me because pens don't leave my pocket too often. But anyway, I'll use this opportunity to move the brood into the center of the box. pull this box off and set it to the side. Wouldn't mind. It's got pretty heavy. But you know, if there's another, well, this has got a medium on the bottom. So, and she hasn't been working down there. Very few bees down there. The only bees that are down there are the ones that are traveling up through. So they have to travel up through this empty box to get to where they're going. So I take that off. And this is what you find on your bottom board in the spring, right? Tons of dead bees, bunch of sugar. You could look at it and see if you see any mites. Of course, there's mouse shit on it, so there's been mice in it, you know. And I just take and I just scrape it off and make it nice and clean. That saves them all that work, okay? So instead of those bees cleaning out all those dead bodies, and all that wax capping and all that sugar and stuff, they can be busy doing other things, such as bringing in whatever they can find out there. This will just go back on here. Lots of, like I said, lots of honey in there. Might actually steal the honey from this other side and bring it to this side, so they don't have to move too far. Like I say, just do the little things that I can do to make their life easier, right? I'll put these frames back in here. Any bit of, like here's a little bit of mildewy, moldy type stuff. That'll disappear as the hive dries up. So, and the bees will also clean it up. Like they can handle a little bit of mold, mildew. It's not a big deal for them. Just think of their size, and think of their size and the size of a spore. Like we look at it and it's really small, and they look at it, well, you know, it looks a bit bigger to them. Anyways, they can clean it up. Put the protein back on, put the lid back on, put this back on. I'm leaving them unwrapped for the day. We'll put syrup back on. I'm leaving them unwrapped for the day, just to let the moisture out, let the moisture dry up a bit while I'm here. Then when I'm all done in the yard, then I can go around, quickly wrap them back up, and we'll be good. Anyway, I still have anything with a black wrap on, I still got to do. I've only done this one little front row right here. I've taken 2 boxes off. I meshed a couple boxes. These other ones won't take me long because some of them don't need cleaned up. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 that don't need cleaned up. I got 4 that really need cleaned up still. And then the other ones I need to go through. I'm just going to check for double check for a queen. So this is a nice yard up here. I really like this one. It's up at the top of a hill. View's pretty awesome from here. But anyway, up until now they haven't had cows in here this spring. I've just been able to drive through the gate. Today I noticed the gate's done up, so it means cows are coming back, so I got to make sure my fencer's up and running, because cows will wreck them just like anything else will. Yeah, their livestock will. Great. Anyway, have a good one.